My guest tonight is a wonderful person. He says he's Canadian, but I think he might be from the South, I think. Because I feel like he's got a little bit of yeehaw in him. He plays a lot of games. He's very fun to watch. He sometimes loses his beans. Well, not technically, but his name is you. Okay, I'm gonna shut up. Let's welcome Captain Bean and let's see what he's up to in this episode, where we're gonna talk about like what he plays, gaming, his channel, mental health, and this is the second episode with a new segment, the confessional segment. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and let's welcome Captain Bean.
Hey man, how's it going? Thanks for having me. I've never been on a podcast before.
Of course, the pleasure is mine. The first thing I always ask my guests is, how are you doing today?
I'm pretty good, man. I woke up, took a shower, had a pretty fun night last night, and just had some breakfast tacos, bro.
See, I told you, Mexican.
I am from the South. Yeah, I'm born and raised El Paso, Texas. And I got, Hispanic blood in me.
That's always nice. So let's talk about Twitch. Going back in time or down memory lane. Can you tell me how you discovered Twitch, how you decided to become a streamer, and tell us also a bit about the channel, please?
Yeah, so it's kind of a story. So my brother, his name's Odin. He's the one who started into the streaming shenanigans. He started on like this app called I don't remember the name of the app now. I don't know if I should be able to be saying it, but it's one of those apps. Yeah, it's old. It's been changed like 3 times. It was like Live AF, Live It, like just a bunch of different owners of that app. But it was cool. Like he was doing his thing. He was proud of it.
I think Live AF, now I googled it, is still a thing.
Oh yeah, it's still a thing, but like essentially it got like taken over and like they shut down a lot of like the North American regions. So it's mostly like overseas, like Japan, China. Those are like the predominant of the streamer, I guess, users there now.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, maybe I'll try it, like, because I have like a musical theater background, acting background, like in high school and college. And after I graduated and became a nurse, I kind of stopped doing all that. But I still needed like an outlet, like just something to kind of like, entertain an audience. Like it's a really fun thing to do. Like I've always enjoyed that. And I started working for one of those like princess party companies, where you like dress up as like Spider-Man and you go to a birthday party and you jump around and sing happy birthday and play games. Princess
nurse thing. I don't know why when you said Spider-Man, I couldn't stop imagining you in a Spider-Man wearing a tutu outfit.
Actually, that has happened. I'm not gonna lie. I have been Spider-Man. And we were doing this benefit event for like kids with cancer, and like it was like hosted by this tutu making company. So I had to wear a big pink tutu over the armored Spider-Man.
Armored? Wait, what do you mean by armored Spider-Man?
Do you remember what was it like when he gets his like?
I'm not a Marvel.
Oh, you're not a Marvel? Okay. It's one of the new. It was one of the newer suits at the time, like when the Avengers came out, and it's like the armored one where he has like robot attached. It's like Tony Stark made Spider-Man like an iron spidery suit, essentially, and that's the one I had at the time. But I loved entertaining an audience and like making jokes and stuff, and I was like, okay, well maybe I'll do like streaming to kind of like get that outlet. And so I started with my brother there on that app. And then Twitch, my brother moved to Twitch because they kind of stopped paying on that app. Like I had a sweet contract, dude. I was getting paid like $800 a month just to stream like 30 hours a month, which is cool. Like I never got paid for gaming before. So they stopped paying out the North American streamers, and I was like, all right, well, I think it's time to switch. So I just came over to where my brother was here on Twitch, and that's how I started on Twitch.
Nice, but I think there is another. I don't know if it's like more Latin, or let's say like what's the right word? I don't know if Trovo has more of a Latin audience, but I've seen a few non-Latin people on there, so I'm probably considering it, but I'm really not in the mindset to start over. But at some point,
starting over was the hard part.
Yeah, at some point I might consider that. But can you tell me a bit about the channel? Like, what do you do? What do you play there?
So I'm, again, CaptainBEAN is my handle, and I kind of just got into this niche of like simulator games and survival crafting games. I love breaking a game. That's probably the most fun I have in video games these days. Is like, I've played video games all my life, like since I was a kid. I built my own computer when I was like 10 years old with my dad, and I've been gaming since. So like, I've been playing games the right way up until I started streaming, and then I was like, you know what? The devs want me to do this. I'm gonna do something else. So I would call my channel like a first impressions gaming stream, where occasionally I get hyper fixated on certain mechanics of the game to break it. I guess my staple is building a staircase to God just to defy him.
Nice. So it's kind of like that chaos, like it kind of delves into chaos in some parts.
It does. I'll start a game. Like what I do is I try to keep up with like all the new games. I've been buying games, since forever, and now I'm making nurse money now, which it's my career, so I can actually afford to just. Well, I don't know about now because the prices are going up on games these days. They're almost like $80 for new games.
And even Xbox upped their prices now, I heard.
They did on the first. Yeah, they increased price. They're going to be increasing their game prices to like $80, which is freaking crazy.
I mean, they're all going the Nintendo path, I assume, but I don't know about like PlayStation because I already pay for like PlayStation Plus, so I kind of get some games for free in some parts.
Yeah, just like Game Pass. Yeah. Same concept.
Just
I've
because
been getting a lot of
just
games
because Game Pass isn't available here in the Middle East, that's why.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Right. But I like to play all the new games, and then I kind of just throw in a random simulator game because those simulator games are wonky. I love a wonky game that hasn't been updated yet. Like I'm like,
oh yeah,
wait, I can place this plant on top of this plant on top of this plant. Okay, well, I'm gonna make a staircase to God. Here we go. And sometimes that's on stream. Sometimes, I don't know if people like watching that specifically, but I'll do it like off stream, like before bed. I'll spend like an hour doing a monotonous thing like that, and then I'll be like, hey, everybody, this is what I did on this one game of RuneScape Dragonlands. I drowned a wizard with water bottles that's destroying my frame rate and burning out my laptop. So yeah, chaos is definitely a factor. Yeah,
but I've seen you lately. I've seen you play one of my favorite games, Goat Simulator.
Oh my god! Oh, Goat Simulator is so fun.
Yeah, it was my game, like my most played game of last year, And during the Christmas time, I did a giveaway, 12 days of giveaways, or 12 streams of giveaways. And I'm gonna do that again with like 12 hours of giveaways during my birthday stream. People are like, "It's your birthday. Why are you giving some?" Because I'm like, "Are you the supervisor of my wallet?" Yeah. So
that sounds interesting.
yeah, I mean, I really wanna like give back to people by giving. And going back to you mentioning that devs ask you to play games and you play them differently, I kind of did that at some point with Lurkit. I don't know if you know Lurkit.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
use Lurkit and Keymailer for a lot of different
Yeah.
games that I've been able to try out.
Yeah, I did use Keymailer for a bit, but then I asked them because I tried the tiny house simulator, and then I submitted content, and I tried reaching out to the devs to ask for keys to give away, since the people I've streamed it to loved the game, and it was just like, I don't know.
Yeah, they just didn't.
Yeah.
They did. I've never really like emailed devs specifically like for anything like that.
Yeah, you
I've
can
just
email
kind
them in
of use the system.
in Keymailer.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, and then I don't know why I asked for a key, or not me, but like they asked me to try out A Quiet Place, and I did that, and I went back to play it, and I rage quit. When I rage quit like calmly. I'm like, okay, that's it. I'm done with the game. Moving on. Yeah.
You didn't like A Quiet Place?
It stressed me out at some point. I had to go around that thing, and you have to be very silent, very stealthy about it. And by the time I got I was like crouched and walking. By the time I got halfway through, that thing came back to me and could see me, and I didn't know what to do, and it was just camping there, and I was like, well, I'm done.
Yeah, I think I have like an hour or two left on that game, and I'll beat it. I just haven't gotten back to it. So my backlog is just crazy, man. Like my backlog is just so long. Because again, I start games and I don't finish them a lot of the time. Especially these days with like the open world ones that are just like there's just so much to do.
Yeah, and especially lately I went back to one of my favorite games growing up, the Simpsons game of 2007. I got to the penultimate, which is the level before the last level, the penultimate level, and I couldn't do anything. They were all just lasers every now and then, and I couldn't get around. I even asked myself, like, how the heck did I get past this level? Like, as a
those
kid.
retro games are no joke. Yeah, like retro games these were built different.
It's not quite retro, because when you say retro, my mind goes back to like those 2D arcade style games.
Oh, true.
Yeah, and then there was like a way that I could get Bart to go get his like metal helmet and shoot at them, but I was like having a brain fart at the time, and I couldn't like do anything, so I might try it off stream, but I also don't want to do that because I want to stream it, but I'm keeping it for like when there's an event, so I could sneak it in between games, because I don't look at my viewers. I don't look at my viewers, but like I felt there was not much interaction during that game as much as there are interactions during, let's say, today in Zoe. People were more interested in me making viewers into that game. And other times I was playing Schedule 1 or Assassin's Creed Shadows, people would interact. I don't mind if there's no interaction. I could just talk to myself and narrate, but still, like... Yeah. Okay, so going back to, also, again, Twitch. Where did you get, or how did you form the name Captain Bean?
So again, back to my entertainment portion of my life where I dressed up as Spider-Man and a butler for Mickey Mouse, like all sorts of different characters. It came to a point where I ended up being Jack Sparrow for Pirates of the Caribbean parties for kids, because they wanted like a pirate and an Ariel from The Little Mermaid. So I went to the the nearest thrift store and bought a bunch of belts and coats, and just I kind of made my own, budget Jack Sparrow costume, and then eventually I just started getting really good at it and doing the impression, and I got tattoos to kind of match the character, and
temporary tattoos.
So I did that for many. No, permanent.
Oh.
Yeah, I have like a Jolly Roger. I have the P on the left forearm for pirate. I have like a turtle on my arm for Tortuga, and so I did that for probably like 8 to 10 years of just being Jack Sparrow until finally, I just started getting into my career and not really having time on the weekends and just wanting to just relax on Saturday and Sunday and do nothing, because I do a Monday through Friday job right now. So that's the captain part, Captain Jack Sparrow.
What about the bean part?
The beans, yeah. So you would think me being Mexican, it would be because of frijoles, because of what we grew up on. Frijoles, way, mira. And it's not. I used to eat like a bean and cheese burritos every day of my childhood. But it got to the point where I kind of don't even like beans anymore. I'm not gonna lie. You, whenever you eat something so much, that you just kind of get tired of it. But it's not because of that. It's because of Mr. Bean, the British.
Yep. Played by
comedy.
Rowan Atkinson. Yeah.
Rowan Atkinson. Yeah. So, wait, hold on. Sorry, 1 second. I am back. And it's Rowan Atkinson's Mr. Bean. I took a lot of influence from his comedic style and his slapstick, physical humor.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was my original Xbox Live gamer tag. It was Mr. Bean 04. So in 2004? That's when I created my Xbox Live account, and I brought it over to my Twitch name. So I put Captain Bean, put it together, and it kind of just works because it's kind of like my nickname with my close friends that I've met over gaming, and now it's like my nickname for my viewers that for some reason keep coming back.
Yeah, but speaking of beans, have you tried Bean Boozled at some point, or have you thought about trying it?
Oh no, I have. It's a big part of my stream. I have the wheel spin for the spicy Bean Boozled. So you send me 3,000 channel points, and I'll spin that thing. And there's a Carolina Reaper, there's habanero, there's sriracha, cayenne, and I also have the other Bean Boozled, which is just the ones that taste like garbage. Like sticky socks and all that. Have you done those?
I ran out of them, but Mom is bringing some with her. But I asked her this time to get me the Birdie Bots, which are the Harry Potter counterpart, and the Bean Boozled. And I told her get me many of them because I can run out of them fast. But if I happen to travel, because apparently I'm kind of at the moment thinking about just holding off on going to the UK in the summer because I might not have enough saved up, and it's coming up, it's in 3 months if I'm planning on going there. So I don't know, I might either go try and go with how much, because I'm not going to be staying at a hotel. I'm going to be staying at people's places. And then I'm gonna be not gonna be paying for food. Hopefully, if they order something, I'll eat with them. But besides Bean Boozled,
wait, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What is the worst flavor of the Bean Boozled you've ever had?
Oh my god.
And why is it Old Bandage?
Oh my god. Burnt tires. Or I love licorice, and I always pray to have licorice. But I always end up having burnt tires or burnt rubber.
I think I've tried that one. I haven't had that one.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
I had the Minions pack before they discontinued it, and I think if I'm correct, it's in there. Because now they have
Barf is pretty bad too.
They also had Minion farts in that pack, or Minion farts or lime. And then I think now they made the DC one. I don't know if DC, like Batman, they have Bean Boozled or just like flavored or like extra flavors or something. I didn't bother asking, but I will. Okay, so do you remember what was the first game you ever streamed?
Yes, I do. Easy. And it's probably one of my favorite games of all time. And it doesn't get enough love and appreciation. It's called The Long Drive. Have you ever heard of this game?
Never.
No, so
hold on.
essentially...
I think I did at some point, but I forgot. Like, what's it about?
So essentially, the only objective is that you spawn in a house and you have a car, and you have to drive to mom's house. But mom's house is like 100,000 kilometers away, or some crazy number like that. So I think at some point you can get to the end. It's not been spoiled for me, thankfully. But I've only driven like 200 kilometers in it, and there's like little pit stops along the way. You can run out of gas. It's very physics based, so there's like items that you can pick up. And this is the first game that I ever like realized that I love doing weird things in video games, because you can like attach like side view mirrors onto side view mirrors, and I have this gigantic like ornament on top of my hood that is just like this very long side view mirrors with body parts and like little danglies, like, you know, air fresheners, and it's huge. It's and I just continue doing it, and it's like a game that I like to play periodically if I just want to chill and like have Spotify requests on.
You said it's huge. That's what she said.
That's yes. or he.
Yeah, or he. I prefer it be a he that says that. Okay. So you mostly do a variety of games, but I'm gonna split this question into two parts. First part is, what's the best and worst experience you've ever had in a game, whether you've been streaming it or not streaming it?
I'm not gonna lie, it was, I think, the best experience I ever had. Actually, that is a hard question. Well, it's got to be yesterday. I was playing again the Goat Simulator 3, and I was playing the DLC, and at some point I became a glizzy.
What does that mean?
A glizzy's like a hot dog.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I became a glizzy, and I found out that you can spawn gigantic glizzies with the power that you get from that suit, and I just made this. I just kept hitting it, and whenever you bounce on it, it just shoots you up higher. So for about an hour, the day before yesterday, about an hour, all I was doing was hitting RB, continuously going up into the sky, and there was like no sky limit. Like I just kept going higher and higher and higher. Yeah. And then my frame rate was like completely tanked.
Yeah, this game has a thing where like the developers know that it has glitches, but they kept them in regardless, because it's it was released on April 1st. 2, it's a meme game. So plus 3, have you finished a normal game? Like have you finished the game? Have you played
I haven't finished everything on the original.
Have you played
release.
the final battle?
No, I don't think I have.
Okay.
No.
So no spoilers. I'm sorry.
No spoilers. No spoilers. I mean, there's just so many like moments, man. It's hard to pick one.
Yeah, I still need to finish like face off against the last like the final boss, and then I still need to do there's still a lot of things you can do after this, but I still need to play the DLC. But I don't think any of my friends have the DLC that own the game. And 2, I don't think whoever, like example you, I don't think our times align to do that, but I would love to play it at some point. And I'm keeping it for my birthday probably, so I don't know.
Oh yeah, there you go. That'd be a good one for your birthday. It's just a fun game. It really is. But the best experiences I've been streaming for 3 years now on Twitch, which is not a very long time, but it's a long time in terms of just the many people that I've met that have just come into my chat. Some people just come in, and they just need to vent, and I try to keep like an open ear, without people like just fully taking advantage of just like the chat or whatever. But like they just want to chill, or they just want to talk about their day. And I've just met so many people, and they've shared so many experiences with me that I just I appreciate every single one of them that has ever come in. And like there's just so many moments that have just been my birthdays, and like the celebrations when I'm I can't be with my family or something, and I just on a holiday, and I just load up a stream, and there's many like-minded people there that are just want to hang out with somebody on a holiday because maybe they can't be with their family, or maybe some of their family just can't be there because they're they're not with us anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's just been so many great experiences.
Yeah, I mean, my channel is probably like, it's always been about networking, but now I'm making it, I'm making it clear and seen. It's in every title. For the last like week or so, I've been saying it's like networking stream. So if anybody needs help with follower goal, affiliate, I've helped so many people reach affiliate lately.
Oh yeah,
and
it's great.
Yeah, and how did the world bite me? I didn't even get the chance to get a founder's badge and a friend that I helped. But that's fine. That's fine.
That happens, man. You got to be quick with them 10 subs.
Yeah, yeah, I know. But like everybody went ham on him. Like literally, I wasn't paid like because he got it on the 1st of May. I didn't get paid until the 2nd, and I was like, oh God. Well,
just didn't line up correct, huh?
It's fine. I mean, I don't quite regret it, but yeah, I mostly try to help out people. The only thing that I don't want in my chat is either politic talks, racism, homophobia, anything with ism, but. Like if anything that has happened, like if you have any drama between you and me or you and someone else in chat, just you try to drama to cause drama in chat, even if it's towards me or concerning me, I will time you out or ban you, and then we can take it up on like Discord or in Whispers, but that's about it.
Yeah, out of the chat, that's not the place for it.
So
I think you had a second part of that question. It was my worst experience.
Your worst experience, yeah.
Let me think. I want to say I have one in mind. I'm trying to think if there's any other. I've never been hate rated, thankfully. So that hasn't been a thing. Recently, there's been like a lot of people like on TikTok or Threads and stuff that will like reach out to me and be like, "Oh, hey, I followed you," and then like they'll kind of get a little aggressive, like, "Hey, let's collab," and I'm like, like I don't know you, man, like just hang out for a while, see if we're cool before I just like randomly give you like this like platform of like, because like I love my community, and I don't want to just like throw them into this weird situation. So that was just a weird experience, I guess. The worst experience was probably whenever I accidentally revealed myself.
What do you mean by that?
In the nude.
Oh.
On stream.
Oh no.
Now, thankfully it didn't happen on Twitch. It was on the previous app I was on.
Oh no.
I forgot to hit end on my stream, on my OBS.
Like, were you fully nude or?
So yeah, man. So I forgot to hit end. I go to the restroom. I take off all my clothes to go to take a shower. And I was like, oh, I forgot my phone. I like to listen to music whenever I'm in the shower. And I go to grab my phone, completely butt naked. Pipi todo, way. The whole shebang. And it was fully live. I'm sure, but at that time, dude, I had like no viewers. I maybe had 1 or 2 viewers that were consistent. Beyond that, it was like, I was very, very beginner. So I'm pretty sure nobody saw it. And if anyone did see it, I'm sorry.
No, I regret I wasn't there. I'm joking.
Oh man, so that's probably the worst experience. Otherwise, I don't feel like there's been too terribly much bad things happening.
Yeah.
It's all been mostly positive, like you said. Like you do the whole networking streams, and I kind of like to do the same. If it's just my homies, you know, like if I got a homie, if I know you, if I've been to your streams and you're cool, like I want people to see you, you know. I want to share the love that I'm getting with my homies.
Yeah. So as I don't know, I'm pretty sure I've told you this before, but like you're the second person with Bean in their username that I know. First one is Moon King Bean. He's like one of those very chill 420 streamers. I've met him in 2022, and we've been friends ever since. I play on his Minecraft server whenever I want. He's like, cool, I don't mind you just destroying stuff, just keep it away from base and stuff. I'm like, okay. And then I go and blow up stuff, and then I forget that I'm standing there. And he's like, well, I told you to keep it away from base. And you did, but I didn't tell you to blow up yourself. I'm like, it's fine. Okay, so how many hours per day or week in general do you spend on Twitch?
Like just on Twitch, not like streaming, just
streaming
generally
on Twitch, everything.
Everything. Okay, so I'll break it down. Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, I'm at work, and typically from like 8 a.m. to noon, I'm in the office before I go out to see patients. So anywhere in that time, I'm documenting, I'm doing stuff on the computer, I'm taking phone calls, but I also have like my phone up, so I would say like 2 to 3 hours during the work day. I'm chilling in people's chats. I'm lurking, but I'm also working every now and then I'm listening mostly, just to have something playing in the background while I work. And then now, man, I just know so many streamers. I know so many cool people that like I try to be in so many different streams all at once. I mean, you've seen me. I've seen you. We're both hanging out in like 3 different places.
Yeah, we're both goofy vibes and like chill vibes and like welcoming and friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, and not only that, but oh my god, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, no, I try to be in many streams as I can, but like people just end up giving me mod roles here and there, and I'm like, why? They're like, you're helpful, don't have to be here if you don't want. Other people give me diamonds. I'm like, why? They're like, I know you're amazing, you're awesome, you deserve it. This is what the person that I missed the founder's badge in their channel did. Like, he's like, well, you didn't get a badge, but you get this because you helped me out reaching affiliate.
Yeah.
Not the mod, the VIP. Yeah, so...
Oh, VIP.
Yeah, because how I do, I rotate some of my VIPs. Like, okay, some people, I know that they have lives, but like regulars that I know that are in every stream, they keep their diamond or they get a diamond. But like, I know people come and go, but like some people tend to dip out or like disappear for a while. So I kind of give the diamond to someone else in the meantime. You know, like I had someone by the username of Zombie Medic 666. I met them early on in 2021 when I started, and they lingered, and I haven't heard of them ever since 2022. And now they came back, and I was like, oh my god, I remember you. I remember you. I hope you've been doing well. I've been kind of like thinking of you. And I told her like, I'm happy now that I know that you're okay. That's all I want.
Yeah, that's always good to hear that because you don't see a lot of these people in real life, so it's like if they drop off of Twitch, you don't know what happens to them. You don't know
the very first channel I got a sword in, he went off the radar. He was supposed to be like, his final stream was like August 16, 2022. I know that because it was like kind of like a few days before my birthday, and he was like, don't worry, I'll be back in September. I'll wish you a proper happy birthday then. He came back in September. Not on Twitch. He played a little bit of like D&D in his server because I saw him. I was scrolling down. He was on top of like my servers, And I was like, there's activity there. And I see him with his brother and some other people, and I'm like, oh, okay, I hope he's back to streaming. And he went off the radar completely ever since. And then every time we try to reach out to him on Instagram, he just doesn't answer Twitch people.
Oh. Well, some people just, they go their own way.
Yeah. Okay. To the new people out there listening who have just started streaming or are thinking about it, what's one advice you want to give them?
One advice is honestly just play what you like. Like, it's easy to fall into the I'm gonna play what everyone is playing, and I also do that. It's because I want to. I like playing new games, but if it's not a game that you're into, it's gonna show. And I'd say just to have fun. If the viewers see that you're having fun and you're truly enjoying yourself, then they're also going to enjoy themselves, because if they're a true supporter, that's all they want to do, is they want to see you have a good time and play whatever game you're playing, even if it's some silly game like The Long Drive or Goat Sim or Repo, whatever it may be. And just don't worry about the viewers, don't worry about your numbers. If you're starting out, it's gonna be slow. It's gonna be slow till you build yourself up.
Yeah.
And you don't have to have like a shtick. You don't have to like some of these streamers. It's like, oh, they wear like this fake mustache and whatever costume they put on every day. I mean, you can if you want. If that's what you want to do it and own it. It's just about owning yourself, and being yourself. And not worrying about, all right, how many viewers do I have? Why is no one talking? It's just, don't worry about any of that.
I've come across a lot of people, as I said in the previous episode, like some of my friends / mods have been telling me, like, how do you get these many viewers? I'm like, networking. They're like, yeah, but we network. One of them said, like, we network, but we don't get this many chatters. I'm like, I don't know how to answer that, but like, what the other person, he felt demotivated. He felt like, okay, I'm gonna just drop out, take a break. I'm like, no, just all it takes is ! Lurk. Let them know you exist. Let them know you're a streamer. Let them know that, because he's been through a rough patch, and I feel like I want to help people as much as I can. But also, like, I don't want to demoralize or demotivate people. So
no, I think it's networking. Networking is important, because there's just so many streamers out there, and it's nice to support your friends and stuff. But it's about not being fake. Like, if you're networking, it's different whenever you're fake about it. Like, because some streamers can pick up on, like, oh, they're just here for, their own personal sake. Like find people that you actually enjoy to watch, because that's essentially what it's all about, is just networking and enjoying the content that someone else is putting out, and maybe getting some influence from them on, like, okay, how are they doing this? What do they have in their channel that maybe I can incorporate into mine without it, and make it my own without just straight up copying it. And it's just about being real, being a real person, a human being.
Segment two is kind of like a lightning round / like pop quiz about you, like general questions. So you can either give a brief answer, or you could give like a very vague and detailed answer. It's up to you.
Lightning, man. It's lightning. We gotta be fast about it.
Fast as fuck, boy.
Fast as fuck, boy.
Yeah. Alright, do you mind telling me and the listeners what's your daily routine? Like, for example, something you either do every day that is essential to you, or you started doing it now that it's become a part of your everyday life?
At nighttime, I have a glass of milk with a sweet snack, and I watch like a Netflix on my bed before just turning in. That's pretty much it. I don't really have like a lot of like routines other than just going to the gym as often as I can.
What's your biggest pet peeve?
Pet peeve. Oh man. I would say people that are only speak in caps lock, like only, like not like just every now and then. It's just like that's all they speak in. Like it's just 24/7. They have caps lock on.
Oh my
it's
God.
like, please,
Yeah.
for the love of God, stop yelling.
I've had this altercation happen before. So yeah, I've had a lot of like altercations where people like just scream each other's names in chat. Some of them like kind of got bothersome at some point, but I know other people like let's say one of our friends, Kuj, he screams everybody's names because it's like in a funny way, like he knows everybody. If he sees you like his bean,
I do the same.
yeah, but like you know what I mean. Yeah. Okay. So if you ever were to be any object or creature, that creature being real or fictional, what would you be and why?
That were ever created.
Okay. If you ever were to be any object or creature, real or fictional, what would you be and why?
That's okay. I would definitely be a capybara.
Okay. And
because
yeah,
because they're just so chill, dude. Like they don't care about anything. They just are existing. They're sitting on other animals. They're just chilling.
Oh my God.
Like that's what I want to be. I just want to be. Yeah. Have you seen that? They're just like riding on top of like a crocodile or something. And
capybara. Oh my God. Yes, I know them.
Yeah, they're the cute little furry little creatures. Anytime I go to a zoo, that's like the only thing I go to see is the capybaras.
Kind of look like beavers, but without the teeth.
Yeah,
kind of.
Yeah, they kind of do. Yeah, and they're big and chunky.
Yeah, and furry.
And furry.
Okay, so if you could stay one age forever, what age would you choose?
I'm pretty sure I would have just stayed at 30. I like 30. 30 was a good time.
Yeah.
Like just getting into my, like getting comfortable in my career, just gaming, just I think that's finally making money and not in student loan debt.
Yeah, I wish I could stay or go back to my early 20s and stay there because like I've had some really good I've had some really good times in 2016 when I was like in my I think I was like 22 at the time, and my body, like I had a really fit body, I had like really good mentality. I've been the year before I've been through some very dark times with like some of my relatives passing away, and I only had music and Kelly Clarkson specifically to just get me out of that patch. And yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. If you were president for one day, what would you do?
I was president for one day.
Beans for everybody.
Beans for everybody. Everyone would get a can of freshly baked bush beans. Barbecue baked beans mailed directly to their house.
Nice.
So that cures, it doesn't cure, but everyone will get to eat a nice meal for the day.
Yeah, especially jelly beans. I don't know if they count.
Oh God, yeah, or jelly beans. Yeah, jelly beans are good too.
There's a
little sugary, but
there's a blurb that says, "I'm something like that. Like I'm gonna put a bag of jelly beans up my ass." It's so funny.
Oh yeah, I think I've ever heard that one.
Yeah. Okay, so what would you do with $1 million?
$1 million. I would pay the taxes on my mom's house for as long as I can. I'd buy my own house, and probably just, I don't really spend a lot of money like on extravagant things, so I wouldn't really like buy stuff. It would mostly just be to live more comfortably and try to help out a couple of my family and friends as much as I could, because all I would really need is just a roof over my head, enough for food and survivability, and then after that I just invest a little, then help out either the community or like my friends and family.
Yeah, that's fair.
Maybe a really fancy PC, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Because I'm working off a laptop right now.
Oh, you stream off a laptop? Do you?
Yeah, I'm a potato laptop right now.
Oh no! Oh my God! Do you have a capture card linked, or do you have a second screen or second monitor or something?
Yeah, I got second monitor. Have a capture card for my Xbox. There's a lot of workarounds that I do to kind of keep my computer from dying. Like those live streaming services, like GeForce Now. I recommend it. Not a sponsor, but I recommend it because I can play like, AAA games at ultra settings. As long as you have the fast enough internet for it, there isn't like an input lag. It's like I'm playing. I'm basically renting a very fancy PC with like the best settings. Like
you're hosting
somewhere
games.
overseas, and I'm playing it off of that computer, but it's streaming to my like source, and it's amazing. It's crazy how technology has grown, because like these cloud streaming games, like, or streaming services, didn't used to work like it does now. Like Xbox cloud gaming, like there's like, you can't play like a first person shooter because there's like a half a second delay from when you hit the button to what happens on the screen.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. And imagine if like, I feel like it's gonna happen at some point. Like imagine if AI started like, or if they made like, let's stick with AI. If they made like USB or capture cards that use AI instead of internet or instead of anything, like you just, let's say, buy a game or like introduce it to that game, and then AI would just stream it, or you can play through that AI. But how creepy would it be if that AI would know our deepest secrets?
That is true. Well, there are like channels on YouTube that I've seen where like it's like, I taught AI to play this game, and it fails so many times until it gets it right. It's like playing like Mario, and it's just learning how to play it and beat it.
Sounds like me.
Yeah.
Like,
just failing.
Have you played or seen Detroit Become Human?
Yeah. I played that when it came out.
Yeah, I feel like this game has predicted the 2030s, and I feel like this is where we're heading, sadly.
Oh, we're on our way, man, to something weird. Life is getting strange every day.
That's another good game, Life is Strange.
Yeah, that is also a good game.
Yeah. Okay, so would you rather have a pause or a rewind button in your life?
I would say pause.
Okay.
Just to be able to like assess situations a little bit more clear-headedly,
Yeah. Even my guest on the previous episode chose pause. I, on the other hand, would like a rewind button because I want to go back and I want to reflect on what I did, or probably prevent myself from doing that mistake.
Well, yeah, there's always that. Yeah.
Yeah. What's your comfort off-stream game?
Comfort off-stream game. Currently, old school RuneScape.
Oh, wow.
Marvel Snap, which is like a phone game.
Oh.
And that's pretty much it. I'm also really enjoying like I play the games I play on stream. I also just kind of play off stream just to enjoy them.
Yeah, lately it's been Assassin's Creed Shadows on and off stream, and I kind of am addicted to Schedule 1, where I'm like, I found kind of a glitch the other day because I was playing it last night off stream, and my Wi-Fi went down, and then the game file save got corrupted. And then when I googled a way to go back, they were like, download this tool and you could go back, and like it would like take you back to the at an old time where you could like extract that save file. And I did that, and for some reason it glitched the money. I'm like, I'm a millionaire in this game now.
Oh snap! There it is. See, man, I love glitches, man.
Yeah,
You always find some cool. You can sometimes find some cool stuff.
yeah. Okay, so speaking of video games, of course, if your life was ever to be a video game, or since you mentioned music, or a song, what would it be named and why?
What would my life
Yeah,
be? The song name of my life?
song or video game named after your life, if like your life was turned into one.
Oh man, that's a hard question. You know, I don't know why. I can't think of anything specifically that would be like a song or a game that would describe my life. I would just say King of Crabs. Yeah.
Mine would be called ... or WTF or what now?
Okay. ... WTF.
Yeah, or what now?
What now?
Yeah, because really unexpected things happen here. Literally, really unexpected things. Okay. What's one thing you spend a lot of money on besides games?
Besides games, I spend a lot of money on collecting vinyl records.
Okay.
Like music. So I have a collection of probably over like 250 vinyl records that I've purchased over like the past 10 years or so. All of them varying from like classic stuff that like they're hard to find, or just like albums that I just wanted to own of my favorite bands.
Mm-hmm.
Just very, very different colored vinyls and just very unique things like that. I don't know. I love going to a record shop whenever I can, wherever, like whatever city I'm visiting, just to see, okay, I'll buy a record or two just to add to the collection. That and whiskey or scotch. Me and my roommate, we have a pretty big collection of allocated bottles that are hard to find, and just, we're connoisseurs, if you will.
Yeah. Do you have like a player for the vinyls? I'm curious now.
Oh yeah. I have a Audio Technica, a record player, that I bought like 10
I've
years
heard
ago.
of it. I've heard of it.
It's one of the really, really nice ones. I think it was like maybe like $250, which is kind of in the medium range of, because those can get really expensive. Those could be in the thousands, but I just have the simple $250 Audio Technica with a nice little needle on it that I replaced. And sound system, I have like one of those analog sound systems, but it's just so much easier to connect to like my living room sound bar thing.
Yeah. I think like nowadays some big artists still release their records on vinyl.
Oh yeah, no, all of them do pretty much. Yeah. Like for example, let's say a big name like, I don't know, Ariana Grande or Rihanna. Let's say I don't think Rihanna's around much, but still, like, they all release it. There was a time, like not long ago. I'm not speaking about the early 2000s. No, like 5 years ago or so. I don't know if they still do that, but cassette tapes, like audio cassette tapes, have been back. Yeah, they have. It's kind of like the indie thing, like indie scene.
Yeah.
Cassettes. I actually own 2 cassettes. That's all I own.
I grew up to cassettes, so I own a lot, especially like local music and local artists.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I still have them today. Okay, so this is a 3-part question. What's one of your all-time favorite songs, or if you were very hesitant, what's one song you've been keeping on repeat lately?
That question is easy. And I just saw this artist 2 weeks ago in Boulder, Colorado. It's called Love Is All by The Tallest Man on Earth.
Okay.
And it's it's just it hits back all the way to college, man. It was whenever
Yeah.
I found out about him and like that song, and it's a good song. It's a good
Yeah.
song.
Okay. What's your favorite? What's one of your all-time favorite TV shows or series? Can also be like on streaming platforms.
All-time favorite series would be, and this is all of them. This is The Walking Dead, like the entire like franchise.
Okay. What's one of your all-time favorite movies?
That's easily Interstellar,
Wow, that's a good movie.
made by Christopher Nolan.
What's one thing or person you cannot live without?
That would be, thing would be my fedora, my hat. I
Oh.
love my hats. Person would probably just be my brother.
Okay. If you had one special superpower, what would it be and why, and how would you use it?
Special superpower. I would say, man, teleportation is probably just it's probably like it's such an easy answer, but honestly, I hate driving places, like long distance driving places. If I could just teleport to wherever I wanted, that would just make my life so much easier. That way I could just visit and go on vacation more easily, because I can't take many days off in my profession. So vacations come very sparingly. But I think that would be mine, yeah.
Mine would be teleportation.
Oh, there you go. See?
Yeah. Teleportation, whereas like I could teleport wherever I want, whenever I want. Nobody gives a shit about anything. Nobody would stop me and say like, "Hey, what are you doing here? Where's your permit? Or do you even live here?"
Oh yeah, no, I'm sure.
Yeah. Okay. If you had the chance, this is one of my favorite questions. If you had the chance to switch lives with one celebrity, politician, any famous person on Earth for one day, what would you do, and how would you spend the day? And who would it be as well?
It would be I would switch with Brad Pitt, because he's hands down one of my favorite actors. He's just so versatile, and he just plays so many different roles. Honestly,
yeah,
I would just be him in the movie Inglourious Bastards for a day.
Oh wow,
Just
I forgot he was a
playing out
part
that
of that
role.
movie. I forgot he was part of that movie.
Yeah, I would. Oh man, that movie's just so good.
Yeah. Okay. Which of these
What's
three?
yours?
Okay. I've said it every time. I'm trying to avoid it, but that's fine. I'll repeat myself. Kim Kardashian.
Oh, okay.
For three reasons. Even though I despise her. First reason is I would love to see a day in her life in the background, what she does, what happens. Second reason is I would try smuggling some of her fortune to my family and make her sign like a no refund policy thing that's non-void, and you can't do anything with it. You can't even void it. And then the third thing is, hear me out on this, I want to call her sister's names, like, come here you slut, come here you bitch.
Oh my goodness.
Because there's this channel on YouTube that I see that I watch called SIMGM Productions. I recommend you watch that channel. It's like Sims 2 parodies of like the Kardashians, or the Kardashians as they call them. They have like Lana Del Rey, Nicki Minaj, not Nicki Minaj, Nicki Minaj. They have it's hilarious seeing them just being their dumb selves and acting like they're being made fun of, you know.
I see.
Yeah, it's so funny. Okay, so which of these three things would you give up if you ever had to? Money, gaming, love?
Love.
Okay.
Wait. Is love is that with like family too?
Like a lover.
Oh, okay. No, yeah, I'll I'll stick with the money in gaming.
Okay, so you'll keep money in gaming, or you'll get rid of love.
Yeah,
Okay,
for now.
okay. Um, if you had an alter ego, what would it be? What would they be named, and what would they do?
My alter ego, man, I kind of feel like my alter ego would be a Peaky Blinders like British gangster.
British?
A British gangster. But we wouldn't be like hurting the community. We would like be taking down I don't know, like
Yeah,
corrupt politics and stuff.
yeah. I feel that.
You know, take from the rich and give to the poor kind of
Yeah,
Peaky Blinders situation. I just that like time frame, like during that show, I just kind of wish I was born into that. You know, just wearing a suit all the time, wearing a long coat, button-up vest. You know, I kind of emulate that a little bit into my style already, but it's kind of hard to wear a long coat in 112 degree Texas weather.
yeah. That's Fahrenheit. Oh my God, I can imagine that. Oh my God. I mean, you could just go wear what's it called? The things that people wear in Saudi Arabia. It's kind of like a dress, but a gown. A gown. That's the name. A gown.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. We were joking about this. No offense, though. The other day, me and one of my friends here. They were like, it's very hot. I'm like, why don't you wear a gown? They're like, do you know that I don't wear underwear? I'm like, yeah, so English your way out. Just wear a gown, air the boys, just walk there. No one's gonna see you.
Air it out, man.
Yeah, no one's gonna see through. Like it's not see through, you know. They're like,
I don't know,
well,
those look comfy.
they
Those
do.
look nice and comfy.
They do look comfy, yes.
I'd wear one.
Plus, it's easy for you to just like lift up your gown and just sit and poop and pee and stuff instead of like
There you go.
unzipping and unbuttoning and just
Taking off your belt.
yeah. Okay, so what's something you always wanted to learn but didn't find time for?
That would probably be my violin. Like I used to play as a kid and into middle school, but once I went to high school, I got out of the orchestra and into the performing arts, like theater and dance and stuff. So if I had the time, I would definitely go back and learn the violin or just the banjo that I currently have.
Oh wow, I didn't know you played banjo. That would be interesting to hear.
Yeah. I don't play it very well. I can play a guitar better than I can play a banjo.
Yeah. Has anyone ever approached you on stream asking you to play an instrument, or if they know that you play banjo, asking you to play that on stream?
They have, but that's it's not like I have stage fright when it comes to playing instruments, like on stream. I have to be a little tipsy, and I might play the guitar on stream. I kind of reserve it more just for like myself. It's kind of like my little, this is mine. This is like my thing that I like to do on my free time.
Yeah.
I don't do it to impress anybody or show people. Maybe one day I will, but most of the time it's just to myself or like at a bonfire with my friends.
Okay. What's the last time you stepped out of your comfort zone?
Last time I stepped out of my comfort zone. It was probably when I moved in with my roommate. This was like 2 years ago.
Uh-huh.
This is
Okay.
I ended up. I've never done karaoke before, up until like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And it just freaked me out, man. Again, it's the stage fright when it comes to music. I just get super nervous. Like I can be on stage, I can dance, I can act, and that will not rack my nerves as much as it is doing karaoke or performing my instruments.
Yeah. I
Um,
don't do you know why? Have you asked someone why that could be happening?
no, it might just be a confidence thing, honestly. Like I know I'm not as good as XYZ or ABC, and I just don't feel too confident in it yet to show it off.
Yeah.
Or in karaoke, I don't know. It's just the singing on a stage with a bunch of people watching. It freaked me out, so I kind of stepped out of it, and now I've been doing it more often. Like pretty much about twice a month, we'll go out to a karaoke thing. I actually went to one last night, and I
Yeah.
sang David Bowie.
Okay. So, what's your biggest insecurity?
Biggest insecurity, I would say, is my hair.
Okay.
Currently, because for the longest time I had a undercut, which is like where you shave just the side of your head and you have the top long. And I'm for the past couple of months, or actually almost like 6 months, it's been in a awkward phase where it's half grown out, not as long to put it in a ponytail yet. So I just throw a hat on until it grows better, longer,
Better, longer, faster. So,
stronger. Yeah,
um,
work it, make it.
I feel like I don't know where he got his inspiration for that song, but I feel like those bonk it, bop it, twist it.
Oh yeah. Man, I miss Daft Punk.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot that was Daft Punk originally. It's not Kanye West. Ugh. Shivers.
Ugh. Ugh.
Okay. The next questions are food related.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk about food.
What's your favorite drink of choice? And it's your call whether it's alcoholic or normal.
I'll do both. My non-alcoholic drink would be Arizona green tea,
Nice. I've had these.
and my alcoholic choice would be old fashioned, which is whiskey, a
Uh-huh.
little bit of bitters, and a little sweetener.
Yeah. Recently, and I showed it off today on stream, we have rosé beer.
What?
It's like berry flavored beer, but it tastes like if rosé wine had a kid with beer. It's so good, yet even better. I'm sad that this might be temporary, but it's like because they had like something called lemonade beer here, where it's like
That's like shandy or shanty.
literally lemonade beer, like lemon flavored beer, and I loved it. And then they discontinued it after a while. And I hope this one, I'm gonna make the most of this one because I might even like drink it every day or something because it's really something that I like, which is like rosé wine and beer.
For the lemonade beer, dude. We
The
call that
rosé.
we call the lemonade beer a shandy.
Oh,
Shandy, and you can make it yourself, dude. It's easy. You just you take a beer, and you can just add like a little bit of chilled lemonade or sparkling lemonade or lemonade and like a sparkling water
okay.
to the beer, and like a twist of lime or lemon as a
Okay.
garnish, and that's you essentially made yourself one of the best summer drinks that you could make with a beer.
Just that. Do I mix anything with it else? Like, do I just keep it as saturate?
No, yeah, you just do like 1 part beer, 1 part lemonade, and then like a splash of soda water,
Yeah.
and there it is.
Oh wow. Okay. I'm not gonna remember this, but it's okay.
Well, it's a good thing it's recorded, right?
Probably. I don't listen to that anyways.
Oh well.
I keep it for the public because at some point the whole podcast thing started off with me interviewing local celebrities, and then you know how nasty they can get sometimes. They're like, "Who the heck are you? We don't know you. You're not famous. We cannot record with you." Yeah, so I gave it up, then I had the project for this podcast since 2022, and here we are. I started last year.
Yeah. This is fun.
Yeah.
It's a nice idea.
Yeah. Weirdest food you've ever had?
Weirdest food I've ever had would have to be foie gras.
Oh, foie gras. Yeah.
It's like the duck. I only had it once, and then I realized how it's made, and I don't like the ethics of it. Because they essentially force feed a duck fats until they're just over plump, and then they cook their liver, and that's what foie gras is. And it was the worst tasting thing I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, I speak French, by the way, fluently, so it's foie gras instead of it's because I think foie in French means something like intestines or something like that, and gras means like fat or fads, FADs or something. Yeah.
That and clams. I don't like oysters.
I've never had clams or oysters, and I'm not the one to experiment, but I did have squid at some point.
Squid's good. I like squid.
Yeah. If you could eat only one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Tacos.
Okay. Anything specific in them, like toppings?
They have to be the way my mom made them, and it would be ground beef, potato, and like some Munster cheese with Valentina hot sauce. And they eat that every day. I actually just had that for lunch.
Nice. What's your favorite comfort food of all time?
Comfort food would be hot Cheetos.
Ooh.
Yeah, I have like a bag a week.
Mine, I'm on a diet, so I'm trying to cut these off. But I really am tempted to have one because like in our family, my dad's side, they're like everybody is overweight, and I'm on that path. But also I keep yo-yo dieting, so I don't want to like stay on that path, if you know what I mean. So I'm trying to cut down on like sugars and those things. But I don't know. But like but if I would choose, it's either chocolate, especially dark chocolate, or maybe like salted chocolate or salted caramel or something, and or pizza. Especially pineapple pizza.
Oh God. Pizza's great.
Yeah, pineapple pizza. Most of my friends would shun me for that, and one of my Canadian friends / mods, he's like, "Don't ever mention that. Whoever created that pizza should be hanged or should be shot." I'm like, well, guess what? You're Canadian. Hawaiian pizza's Canadian. It was created in Ontario.
Pizza. Dude, pizza's whatever you want to put on it, man. It's whatever you like. That's how it is, man. Yeah,
but then I think this is when he added "Blame Canada," that redeemed "Blame Canada." Yeah. Okay. So, what's your favorite or a traditional meal from your state or country that you want to introduce people to?
Ooh, okay. So this is an easy question, right for me. We call it chile colorado, and it's that essentially just translates to like red chili, and essentially it's like a stew with either pork or beef, and it's made with a red sauce that you combine like a certain amount of peppers that like adobo. You put like just red peppers. I can't remember the name. Oh, chile de árbol. There's just a bunch of different, depending on how spicy you want to make it.
I thought the first one you said chile de Colorado. I think you meant chili from Colorado. I'm like, what?
Oh no. Colorado is like colored.
Yeah. Ah, okay. Yeah.
So yeah, and it's fantastic. You can either have it in a burrito.
Yeah.
You can either have it just on a plate with rice, and you get a tortilla, and you just dip it in, and then eat it. It's the one Mexican dish that I always try out at every single Mexican restaurant I go to, just to see, just to set the bar of, okay, how is this, how Mexican is this restaurant really? Because I come from El Paso, which is like where
El Paso,
Mexico
Texas.
and the United States meet. So I'm on a border town, so we get all the food from over there.
Nice, yeah. I know 5 languages, fluent in Arabic, French, and English. I know a little bit of Spanish, and I can read Russian.
That's crazy, man. That's a lot of languages.
Yeah, and I speak Jinglish.
I just know 2. I know English and Spanish.
I can speak Jinglish, which is gibberish English.
Oh, Jinglish.
Yeah.
Gibberish.
Now we're gonna go to segment 3, which are the mini games. I might require you to have like either a notepad next to you or like on the PC, whichever one you'd like, to write them down.
Okay.
Okay.
I got a notepad here.
I've added a few mini games to play. First one is similar to Kill, Marry, Sleep With. Have you played Kill, Marry, Sleep With?
Yes.
Okay. This is similar. In this mini game, I will name a set of 3 games each time. You have to tell me which one you'd play, which one you'd delete from existence, which one you'd uninstall. Play, delete, uninstall.
So play, delete, uninstall.
Yes, that also includes the whole franchise.
Okay.
And you have 3 jokers that I can up to 4, depending on the situation. These jokers allow you to either delete all of the games during one of the questions or keep all of them. You cannot uninstall one or keep and delete the other 2, or vice versa. Like for example, A, B, and C. You can't keep A and B and delete C, and you can't do the opposite. So that's not allowed. You're also free to skip any of these if you feel stuck or if you blank out on one.
All
right. First 3 are Call of Duty, Counter-Strike, Battlefield.
Delete Call of Duty, play Battlefield, and uninstall Counter-Strike.
Okay. PUBG, Overwatch 2, and Marvel Rivals.
Delete Marvel Rivals, uninstall Overwatch, and play PUBG.
Okay. Borderlands, Metal Gear Rising franchise or Metal Gear franchise, and then Far Cry.
Play Metal Gear franchise. What were the other 2?
Metal Gear franchise, Borderlands, and Far Cry.
Uninstall Borderlands, delete Far Cry.
Okay. Tom Clancy's The Division, Cyberpunk, and Rainbow Six Siege.
Play Cyberpunk, uninstall Rainbow Six, and delete Division.
Okay. Destiny 2, The First Descendant, Once Human.
Ooh, that's let me see. You said Destiny. I'm gonna uninstall Destiny. I'm gonna play First Descendant and uninstall Rainbow. Wait, was it Rainbow Six?
Yeah.
Yeah, uninstall.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Destiny 2, The First Descendant, and Once Human.
Oh yeah, uninstall Once Human.
Okay. So now we're gonna go probably into the Souls-like games aspect, kind of.
God.
Yeah. Baldur's Gate, Elden Ring, Diablo.
Oh, play Diablo, uninstall Baldur's Gate, and delete
Elden Ring.
Elden Ring. Yeah.
Okay. Lies of P, The First Berserker, Kazan, and Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice.
Lies of P, Sekiro, and what was that other one?
Lies of P, First Berserker, and Sekiro.
I would play the first Berserker, delete Sekiro, and then install Lies of P.
Okay. Bloodborne, Lords of the Fallen, Black Myth Wukong.
Delete them all.
First Joker used.
Joker
Alright.
used.
Quake, Doom, Elder Scrolls series.
I would play Elder, uninstall Doom, and delete Quake.
Okay. We have the Fallout series, Dead Space, Mass Effect.
Fallout, Dead Space, Mass Effect. Play Fallout. Delete. Uninstall Mass Effect. And delete.
Dead Space.
What was the last one? Dead Space?
Fallout series, Dead Space, Mass Effect.
Oh yeah, delete Dead Space, yeah.
Okay. Dead Island, Left 4 Dead, Dying Light.
Oh dang, that's a hard one. Let's play Dead Island. Uninstall Dying Light and delete Left 4 Dead.
Okay. Project Zomboid, 7 Days to Die, The Last of Us.
Ooh. I'll go ahead and play 7 Days. Uninstall Last of Us and delete Zomboid.
Okay. Repo, Lethal Company, Sketches Contract.
Play Repo, delete Sketchy's Contract, and uninstall Lethal.
Okay. Dead by Daylight, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, the game, and Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Joker.
What are you gonna do? Delete?
Delete them all.
Okay. Phasmophobia, Devour, Demonologist.
I'll play Demonologist. I'll delete Phaz and uninstall Devour.
Okay. We have next up Daisy, The Forest, The Quarry.
I'll delete the Quarry, play the Forest, and uninstall Daisy.
Okay. Alan Wake, Resident Evil, The Evil Within.
Ooh. Play. Oh god, those are all scary as shit. I'll play Evil Within. No. Play Resident, uninstall Evil Within, and delete Alan.
Okay. Little Nightmares, Alien series, Silent Hill.
I'll play Silent Hill, uninstall Alien, and delete Little Nightmares.
We have Project Zomboid, 7 Days to Die, The Last of Us.
I already did that one.
I lost track. Dead Rising, Mortuary Assistant, The Walking Dead.
Ooh.
I have it written twice now. I see why.
Yeah. I'm gonna delete Mortuary Assistant because that game's way too freaking scary. I'm gonna uninstall Dead Rising and play The Walking Dead.
Okay. We are out of the horror aspect now. We're gonna go to community games. We're gonna say Fall Guys, Party Animals, Split Fiction.
Party and Split
Fiction, yeah.
Play Split Fiction. Delete Fall Guys and uninstall Party Animals.
Okay. We have Disney Dreamlight Valley, Inzoi, and The Sims.
I'll play The Sims. Delete Disney and uninstall. No, I'm gonna delete Enzoi. Uninstall
Disney. Okay.
Disney.
Valheim, Stardew, Minecraft. Okay, Valheim, Minecraft, and Stardew Valley.
I'll play Valheim, uninstall Stardew, and delete Minecraft.
Okay. Assassin's Creed, Uncharted, Tomb Raider.
I'll play Assassin's Creed, uninstall Uncharted, and delete Tomb Raider.
Okay. Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy, Persona.
Let me see. I'll play Final Fantasy, uninstall Persona, and delete Kingdom Hearts.
Okay. Monster Hunter series, Enshrouded, and the Ark games.
Ooh, I'll play Monster Hunter, uninstall Enshrouded, and delete Ark.
The 3 Ps, which are Palworld, Pokemon, Palia.
Ooh, I'll delete Palia, uninstall Palworld, and play Pokemon.
Okay. The final one is Just Cause, GTA, Saints Row.
Dang, I haven't heard of Just Cause in forever. I'm gonna play Just Cause.
Need to play it because I think I got the 4th one at some point and I never got to play it.
Yeah, that one was really fun. Just Cause, I'll play it. I'm gonna delete Saints Row and uninstall GTA.
Fair enough. We're not done yet with the games. This game is called Rename the Game. The goal of this mini game consists of like taking turns, changing one word from the game title and swapping it with another word. Of course, the word is gonna be bean. For example, let's say I begin with Grand Theft Bean. You would say Bean Rising. I would say Batman Bean Asylum, and so on. We're gonna do that for the next 2 minutes, and whoever either just says one more game at the end of, like, let's say if I end at the 2-hour mark, if I end saying the last game, I would win. If you end at the 2-minute mark and you would say the last game, you would have won. Or if we can call each other out if we have said the same game, but you could go and say you use the same franchise. Like, for example, Assassin's Creed has 17 games. You could use all of the franchise. Doesn't matter. Doesn't count as one game.
Okay.
All right. So I will start with Bean Cry.
Wild Beans.
Bean Coaster.
The Long Beans.
Star Wars Jedi Fallen Bean.
Oh, that's a good one. Tony Hawk Pro Beans 3.
Assassin's Bean Mirage.
Split Beans.
Grand Theft Bean.
Bean Fighter 6.
Just Bean 4.
Oh, that's a good one. The Legend of Beans: Breath of the Wild.
Pokemon.
Oh, wait, yeah.
Pokemon Bean Violet.
Kingdom Beans 2.
Kingdom Beans 3.
Kingdom Beans 1.
Okay, Kingdom Beans Birth by Bean.
Oh my god, there's so many. I didn't realize. High on Beans.
Kingdom Hearts Dream Bean Distance.
The Walking Beans.
Sid Meier's Bean 7.
Bean Hunter Worlds.
Dead Bean.
Oh god. Super Bean Bara.
Dying Bean 2.
I think you said that one already.
I said Dying Bean.
No, you didn't. Yeah, no, you didn't. That was the first one. Freaking Mortal Beans.
Lego Star Wars The Complete Bean.
Party Beans.
And we're over 2 minutes, and you win. You said one more than me, so you win. Nice.
Woo!
this is where things kind of get interesting. This is the new segment called Truth Serum. In the segment, Captain Bean and I will be playing something similar to Never Have I Ever, with a twist at the end. The rules are simple. I will ask 10 rapid questions. You will have to say I have or I have not, depending on whether you did what is in the question or not. At the end, you have to confess something you've done on Twitch or in real life, it's up to you, that you regret a lot. It can be something you've confessed about before, or it could be your first time confessing it.
Okay.
Have you ever stolen something?
I have.
Have you ever eaten something off the floor?
I have.
Have you ever lied about something and then got called out for it?
I have.
Have you ever cheated on someone? Can be a lover or a friend.
I have not.
Okay. Have you ever hurt someone? It can be either physically or virtually, like probably been toxic to someone.
I have.
Okay. Have you ever taken someone's thing or object and damaged it?
Oh, no, I have not.
Okay. Have you ever been kicked out of a place?
I have.
Have you ever taken drugs?
I have. Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever gone streaking or swam naked?
No, I have not.
Okay. Have you ever driven drunk or drunk texted someone?
Unfortunately, I have.
Okay. This is confessional time. I would like to hear a confession from you about something very bad that you've done, whether online, can be on social media, or IRL, that you regret so much and wish to forget, or you wish you have never done.
I can't really think of anything in particular, online or in real life. Let's see. Well, I wish I never showed my entire naked body on a live streaming service, which goes back to the previous thing that we talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Something I regret. No, I can't really think of anything else other than that one.
Okay, that can count. I mean, I've shown my body online. I don't care. I don't really care.
There you go.
This is the final segment, the mental health segment. In this segment, we'll be talking a lot about a lot of things between either mental health or a life experience. I've spoken about very, very dark things in the past, and some of them range between rape, abduction, self-harm,
Terrible.
suicide, so it can go as dark as this. So if you feel like you need to skip this segment, because today we're going to talk about generalized anxiety disorder, feel free to skip out, feel free to dip out, because this is not an easy subject to talk about. So I'm going to let Bean do the talking, and I'm going to shut the fuck up.
Man, so to preface this, I'm not uncomfortable speaking about this with you, because I do feel like it's important. I think mental health is such a huge part of our lives, and personally speaking, coming from a nurse, I'm a nurse, so like I have to deal with this on the daily basis. I deal with patients who have depression and anxiety, and they've been through either drug dependency or anything like that. So it is very important to me, because although my viewers aren't my patients, I do feel like I want to be open to listen to them, whether it be in my chat or in messages through Discord or social media, as much as you can be, just being like an online streamer. And generalized anxiety disorder is one that I actually have not suffered, but currently have. along with the insomnia and depression, but specifically about the generalized anxiety disorder. It's basically the way that I've researched it. It's having anxiety pretty much for no particular reason at varying times of the day. So for me, it could be as little as me bending over to tie my shoe, and I have this kind of brief state of panic. And if anyone listening who's ever suffered a panic attack know that it's hard. Like you lose yourself, and you kind of become not numb, but all you feel is fear and impending doom is what they call it. And it's just this crushing feeling that again, I'm not doing anything. I'm not really thinking about anything. I'm just there going down to tie my shoe or brush my teeth. But it's almost like it's always there. So like the generalized, it's always there, the anxiety. And it can build up. It can store itself in your body in certain ways. Personally, me, it comes in the form of like an involuntary like spasms in my hands. It kind of builds up, almost like a physical manifestation of anxiety, kind of showing in the shakiness of my hand. And it's something I guess I am also going back to what you said about just being insecure, is like I feel like people know when I'm having anxiety or freaking out. And again, I could just be, it's just in my head. I'm just there sitting down at a party or something, or at a dinner, and like, you know, it's a wave. It's waves of anxiety and emotions that kind of consume you. And it can consume you. It can utterly drown you. But I have been to therapy. I have gone to get help, which I recommend. Anybody who needs it should get it. It's 2025, you know, like this is the time to get help if you need it. There's so much crap happening already in the world, and like everyone has their own personal problems. So like in that therapy, I learned a lot about recognizing the symptoms of an oncoming anxiety attack or wave. And it's about recognizing it and kind of veering your mind to a good place, or distracting yourself to get out of it for the moment. That way you can, like, you know, scuttle and kind of get back to the headspace that you need to. But honestly, sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's you're doing it by yourself. You're in your room at night. A panic attack comes on and you feel alone. And me, as a grounding method that I use is I kind of look around the room. I feel it coming on, and I have to. It was a strategy that, like, my therapist at the time had given me, is just look at an object, name the color of it. Like, that glass is clear, that speaker's black, that water bottle lid is blue, and it's just constantly doing that just to kind of like get your head out of that panicked state. And then remembering to breathe. Like, remembering to breathe is honestly probably the biggest thing that I recommend. Is you gotta breathe and know that. And this is the important part that I wanted to share, is that the panic attack, it can't physically hurt you. You're not gonna. It's not going to kill you. As much as it feels like you're dying inside, it is emotion. It is a psychological state, and you can get out of it. You just might need the training to do so. You need to do these practices like counting or breathing exercises, or the color method that I just shared that I do. You got to practice them outside of the panic attacks, outside of the anxiety, so that when they do hit you, it's like second nature. You're on it. You're like, okay, I'm in it. It's happening right now. I need to get out of it. Because if you don't, man, they're exhausting. You go through a panic attack and your body feels so tired from it. And me, another grounding, it's like a grounding method for me is talking to my brother. Like I have to hear his voice for me to kind of get out of this state of disarray. And
I can kind of relate to this because I have insomnia and I have something called astral projection.
Ooh.
Yeah. Astral projection is, I don't know if my knowledge of it is correct, but it can get scary. And I've said it before. It can get scary because, like, there are some times where I could be sleeping and then I would feel like a loud thud, or like as if my body was thrown onto the bed as I'm awake, like out of nowhere. I would feel like someone threw me on the bed and I was watching YouTube or something. Or sometimes I'm like unable to wake up from a dream, and I command myself to do that, and I know that I'm in a dream, and I'm aware and awake of that. I don't know if it's like, what's it called? Sleep paralysis, but I think it's more like...
Yeah, sleep paralysis. I've had that. That's a terrible feeling.
No, but like having to just feel like you've been thrown from the sky onto the bed. It's kind of like...
It's terrifying.
Yeah, no, it's a kind of like... your body or your soul travels to places, visits places, and then comes back.
Wow.
So yeah, that's what I can get from it.
I hadn't heard from that one, but yeah, that does also sound scary. And not a good feeling.
Yeah, sometimes I tell my friends, sometimes when I have this, like, I might not be awake, I might not be here today, just have fun, rejoice that I'm here, just enjoy it. I don't want to bring you down, but like, yeah, that's, you never know. You never know.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, I've dealt with insomnia for a long time now, and I have ADHD, and ADHD is a bitch, and I try to battle what's it called? I try to battle eating disorders. That's the word. My eating disorder is like whenever the why are words escaping me now? Whenever, like, eating disorder, whenever my medicine like expires, or like when I've taken my meds and I no longer take it, it just, or the time has like you know what I mean, but like,
yeah,
well, I start feeling like I'm craving food, I'm doing stuff which is like kills me, and I'm trying not to do that.
Yeah, eating disorders are tough.
Yeah,
they're tough to deal with.
Okay, anyways, thank you so much for the time, Captain Bean, today. I had so much fun. I'm trying to make up more, trying to stall even more just to make it longer.
I mean, no, we really knocked it out of the park there. I had a good time talking about games and Twitch and stuff, and again, the mental health stuff, which goes hand in hand with gaming for me, honestly. Like, gaming is a it's a form of therapy for me. Like, it's escaping your mind, just going into this new game world, and just like that's also how streams are for me too. Like, I do a stream just to kind of get out of the world that I'm in, that I live in every day, and work and my personal life, and I just get to hit live and just hang out with my chat and not really have to worry about any of that unless we talk about it, which we do talk about real things. And yeah, it's the games help me just kind of, again, stay grounded. Okay,
I really appreciate the time, but like, I get so distracted, but please, guys, go check out
Okay.
Captain Bean. Go check out his streams. When do you stream, by the way? What days?
Oh yeah, I do. Typically, it's I do about 3 to 4 streams a week,
Mhm.
and I do it at around 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, which again is different for everybody. But it's into the evening night time,
Mhm.
typically when everyone's probably going to bed. But that's the only time I really get to. And sometimes on the weekends, a pop-up Saturday, a pop-up Sunday. But
Mhm.
typically it's Monday through Friday, 3 to 4 streams a week, approximately about 2 hours per stream, 2.5, depending on how I feel.
Yeah. What's the longest time you've streamed for?
The longest time I've streamed was probably like 6 hours. I think that's the limit I've hit so far.
I had a goal last year on my birthday to stream for 12 hours, but my internet died at like 10 hours, 51 minutes in. Yeah,
No.
because I was doing 7 Days to Die, and I was like, that game is a like a connection vacuum, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait, which game?
7 Days to Die.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, that one drains it. Love that
Yeah.
game though. It's a fun community
Yeah.
game I like to play sometimes.
All right, I will see you guys in the next one. Make sure to go check out Captain Bean, literally the episode handle. Go check him out. Go show him all the love, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care of yourselves. Bye.
Thank you.
You know, man.